Alright guys, a Project Venom Racing project update. This is my workbench. We have a ECU Master ADU dashboard over here. ECU Master EMU black ECU. A lot of random wires just for testing purposes. And a test setup of steering wheel buttons. All communicating through CAN bus. So we don't need a heap of wires on our bike. So everything can communicate through CAN bus. Over here we have the ECU Master software that allows me to simulate a lot of stuff, and we've actually developed a lot of custom software features in this software to facilitate our bikes and all the electronics that we will be using on them. The main dashboard of the bike shows multiple things, of course the RPMs, current gear. It also shows your current lap time and the last and the best lap time. It also shows a graph that shows how you're doing in the current sector or in the sectors that you're driving. So if you're getting worse or if you're getting better. It also shows multiple icons on the bottom showing if, for example, the GPS is connected. It isn't right now. Everything is logged to a USB pen drive. So if I pull this USB pen drive, the icon will turn red, indicating that there's something wrong with the data logging. Also another icon that shows the status of the exhaust valve. I'll get back to that in a sec. Let me see, oil pressure, coolant temps, oil temps, air temp, and the time, of course. Well, this is the main dash when the bike is running and you will be riding. As you can see, we have some features that we can actually change. You can change while driving the throttle curve, for example, for riding in the dry or riding in the wet. You can change your power mapping, so you can full power or fuel saving mode that will deliver less power. Wheelie control, traction control, engine braking using the exhaust valve. So you can also change that while you're driving. We implemented 3 different modes for that, or different settings. So that's all changeable with using the buttons on the steering wheel. And we also have shift lights. They're all configurable how you want them, and they are bright as hell. They will really burn your eyes out. So you can select any color that you want. So for example, we're going to go to 10,000 RPM. Boom! You can actually see nothing. So yeah, all configurable. So if we've actually made some dyno runs, we can actually adjust these shift lights or map them exactly with what the best shift points are. So that's also, and every LED on the side is configurable for specific situations. For example, let's simulate that our oil pressure goes below a specific value. It becomes 1 bar. You actually get a low oil pressure notification that you can't, as a rider, turn off, and after a specific amount of seconds it will force the bike or it will initiate a kill switch, so you won't be riding with low oil pressure. The same goes for battery voltage. Of course, it also will give you a notification. Well, most of the things on the bike or the dash can be controlled just using 1 button, so it's pretty easy. I'll be using this right now. Let's put it back. So if I am in the pits, for example, and I want to see what's happening with my bike without connecting a laptop, we have specific diagnostic screens that shows you everything. Every sensor, every state, every button, everything is being shown on these screens. Suspension sensors, wheel speed sensors, everything. If the screen is open and you start driving, the screen automatically jumps back to this main screen, and you're not able to use this button while driving to actually move to different screens. If I, for example, want to stay on a specific screen, I just hold my button and a page hold comes in screen. So now actually the timer that actually returns to the main screen after I think 10 seconds is disabled. And as you can see also in these pages, we have lap times for a specific day or session that you're riding, best track times for specific, or best times for specific tracks, So that's all the screens that you can see here. But we have some hidden features. We also implemented, let me take a look what we have. When you hold the main button, you can force close the exhaust valve. You can see the icon changes now. When I press the button again, there we go, we can turn it off. So I hold this button to actually change these functions. And now we get XUP GPS. This means we can register for a specific track where the sound measuring poles will be, and the ECU will automatically close the exhaust valve when you will be near the measuring pole. So you will have your bike noise will be lower. So it's a bit of a cheating measure, but it works. We also have another feature, and let me take a look. That's called PID DB mode. What this does, it artificially increases your RPMs. Your bike, the bike is actually running at 2000 RPM right now, but it shows 2200. But when we go closer to, let's just say 3500 RPM, so the bike is actually running 3500 RPM right now, but it shows 4550. And 4500 RPM, at least in the Netherlands, is the RPMs that they will actually measure the sound levels of your bike. So they think it's running 4500, but it's actually running 3500, and it also closes the exhaust valve. So you will be emitting less sound levels. Your bike will get past, and boom, you're done. And then when you're back at your spot, you will just hold this button again and actually disable PID DB mode. Here we go. And as you can see, the light doesn't turn on anymore, and also the indicator is gone. But also, maybe you're going to be riding at a track that the ECU or the dash doesn't recognize and doesn't know. We can also enable learn track mode. And this allows you to just, here we go, learn track. A light will be blinking. You can see a specific icon over here. You ride with your bike, you ride over the finish line, and you press the button on the steering wheel. Let me take a look which one it is. Boom. Now it acquired the starting line, and then again, when you finish the actual lap, it knows when it's finished, and it now knows the specific finish line, and it starts registering lap times. Well, I think this is about everything. Yeah, not a short video, but this includes about everything, I guess. So it has some nice hidden features to actually make sure our bikes can run on the track with some higher noise levels, and probably we should be able to get around that. So yeah, if you have any questions, yeah, just let us know.